Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. Let's jump back into the late game war that I was conducting as Tianchi against Vanarus in the latter parts of the BumbleRumble game. So I loaded up turn 137. Let's go through these messages. So we're on the receiving end of a lot of Earth attacks. Which is not a big deal. Another hostile spell tried to land in our staging province, but we've got an air dome, so we don't care. Our diseased demon does not kill a fairy queen. This guy just keeps beating earth elementals. Abbey, where's that? Here. So maybe a scrying of some sort. That failed. Okay, we killed... what Titan was this? Because I remember... Oh, no, this is just a random. Okay, just an Airblood lady with an artifact. And just going to kill a whole bunch of PD. Okay, let's look at some of these fights here. Oh, assassination. Assassination on a Titan, which backfires. Again, which backfires. Our assassin kills a sage and another sage. So we got two assassins, actually. Let me show them to you. So one is here. This one... Oh, no, this is a new one. So the other one has the deadliest weapon, the poison weapon. This guy's got, I don't know, quickness and stuff. So we've got two Heliofag guy. Okay, and then battle. So vampire, but this vampire... oh, this is Zox. Excuse me, this is Zox. Vampire, we attack PD, vampire, we attack PD, a ton of PD, and then a Vanabog, and we kill one of them, because we bought a bunch of sacreds. Let's look at this. So, down here, Vanarus had been raiding from the south with a few lightly equipped thugs. And so we deployed about like 10 sacreds, 1 turn worth of sacreds to the area to help in provinces where we anticipate they would be. All right, this is obviously not how the battle happened. So different replay. We got one of them, and we picked up a firebrand, so that's great. That's happening down here. He was raiding with a couple, and so we took a bit of the standing army that we had here to, patrol these provinces. Then we brought some fresh recruits down here, and we were able to corner them and squish them out. In Zox, we have moved on top. Well, we're continuing to reinforce this occupation, this sieging force, but it's basic. We're no longer relying on communions. Like, everything is Tartarians, everything is size 6, so you can flames from the sky this all you want, it's not gonna matter. And he threw a vampire at this and it didn't do anything. Yeah, let's move on. That was 137. This should be 138. Let's just, yeah. Okay, we have cast 3 flames from the sky on Zox, so we're just hammering the forces that are inside the fort here. Now, these are becoming less and less efficient because there's fewer and fewer units in there. But, Oh, and a fourth. Oh, geez. We cast 4 flames from the sky in here. I didn't realize we cast so much. We just spent 120 gems. But we've killed... That's 100 units. We've killed about 100 to 150 units. He only had like 200 units left in that fort. And so we're just kind of brute forcing our way through, I guess is what I was doing. So I think these were magic phase attacks. We got 2 vampire lords here. So this was, he's been kind of pushing back the borders with vampires. And then we used our own combatants and magic phased on top of his vampires. The vampires are nice, but they, they're not, they can thug against PD, but they're not going to thug against like a tart, right? Yeah. No way. Yeah, this one's like, all right, now please let me buff in peace. She's got flight. I guess I didn't script her to attack rear. What ifs? What are you doing now? Oh, there you go. Poop. And that's it. Okay, he poked this army. And we also... Oh, this wasn't a magic phase. This was just, I guess, a patrol of some kind. I guess I anticipated that he must have raided here. Anyways, obviously we kill him. That happened here. Yeah, I guess I must have just moved the tart here to restock on gems, or maybe move patrol, because I don't know why. But anyways, we got him. So we're just constantly killing his vampires. They keep coming back. And then, of course, we just... but we get all the gear each time. So that's like 40, 50 gems worth of gear he's got on all of those... on each of those vampires. So, he can just keep sending his stuff at us. Now, what we've done is last turn we've moved... So we magic phased onto here and here to kill the vampires. Here we've moved an army, and this army is just patrolling here. And so... on the one part, it's like, sure, you want to flames from the sky me? Bring it, right? In terms of units, this is like, I don't care. This is long deads. All of the important units that happen to be expensive have enough gear to survive. Like these guys will all survive flames from the sky. And then there's a few like expendable communion units. But this is also a tough enough army that it can take on like one of these armies coming at us. I'm also reinforcing it a little bit more. And I've dumped a ton of PD here because the PD happens to be barbs. So, because what we're doing here is we're buffing, mass regen and army of gold and stuff like that. So barbarians are already pretty scary, but barbarians that are super buffed are even scarier. So this is like another army that's annoying to deal with. If he wants to beat it the conventional way, he's going to have to like throw a ton of stuff at it. Anything short of a massive army isn't going to take this out, or he has to spend a ton of gems doing flames from the sky, which he would rather be throwing at Zox here or somewhere else. Now, speaking of Zox, last turn we reinforced a ton of dudes on top, and these dudes are corpse constructs, and we've got like hundreds of them. Now, these guys are not going to die to flames from the sky, and so this is sort of combined with all these siege golems, like we've got hundreds of these guys. This is now a sieging force that he can no longer get rid of. And last turn, remember, we did 4 flames from the sky, so we have been melting the army that's inside. And now, basically, this fort is going to be... he'll never be able to repair the walls, basically, given the amount of siege stuff that's outside. And I moved in enough units to storm the castle sort of with confidence next turn. So we've got the only thing really that is... So we're doing everything. We're doing Wailing Winds. We're going to try to get off Fog Warrior's mass flight with a communion. Now, if he flames from the sky, we'll probably lose the communion. Let me see if if in any way I've accounted for that. So this guy's doing Army of Lead. That's easy, except he doesn't have Earth Gems, so maybe he's not doing it. I forget. Yes, finally we do have Nature Lady, so she's going to Mass Regen Relief. He's also going to Storm Castle. Oh, this guy is going to do Army of Lead. So this might not have been the final edit of the turn. I might have moved some gems around. Blood Rain. Okay, so I guess what we're doing here is a couple of things. First of all, we have a ton of chaff. That's just going to take forever to go through. That chaff will have mass regen and relief and stuff like that. We also have just a bunch of super combatants that are going to be really hard to kill. In addition, we've got a whole bunch of these special guys which are doing a decent amount of DPS. These guys have Dragon Fire. These guys have Petrifying Gaze. Fun guys. If he does not Flames from the Sky, we're going to have an air commute enough to get our air spells off, which is Mass Flight and Fog Warriors on 2 separate guys. And we're doing a morale play because we've got Blood Rain going up and Wailing Winds going up. So, and so we're going to throw all this shit at him. Also, I've summoned this guy. This is the Eater of the Dead. This is a Conjuration 9 spell. Or 8. Yeah. He's pretty cool. We Gift of Reason him. I gave him regen and anti-magic. He eats corpses in battle. He gets bigger and nastier all the time until he gets too big and then rebels against you and becomes independent again. So we'll see how that works out. All right, what do you guys think? Will the third time work? Will the third time be the successful attempt? So that was 138. 139, which is probably labeled 140. So don't look. All right. Let's look at these messages. Okay, we lost a Geomancer. Report from Zox. So he did Murdering Winter on my army that was going to try to attack. Suddenly the Horror Harmonica was not found in the lab anymore, so somebody must have wished for it. He also, so he's pretty desperate. He threw like a ton of Seeking Arrows at me, but these Seeking Arrows are just hitting like dudes with 200 hit points, so there's no way they can be killed. Okay, battle in Ashlands. Here I'm magic phasing. Let me show you where. Just epic piles of PD everywhere. I mean, he did conquer all of Agartha, so he has the money to spend, I guess. Anyways, assassination against an archdevil. That did not work out, but he did kill a few more mages here. There was a battle at the Fortress of Zox. Now, I haven't watched this in the latest version, like with the latest... I haven't watched this in a bit, so I don't know if the battle will be exactly how the original battle happened. So recall he did do Murdering Winter and threw a bunch of air stuff at me. It didn't affect these guys at all. And let's see... I don't think we have any communion left, so I don't know if we'll get any of our air stuff off, like our mass flight and things like that. We'll see. These guys are in front because we want them to be in front. They're just like melee guys. Like for these guys to be any use, they have to actually be fighting dudes, including this fighter over here. This is just meat to absorb, you know, evocations and stuff like that. So right at the beginning, Storm is already automatically cast. Here it's because he must have a Staff of Storms. So Mass Flight would not have been super useful here. Yeah, this guy's got the Staff of Storms. And Staff of Storms happens automatically with this guy. He just brings it wherever he is. Okay, so we see Hal. So, Wailing Winds, Mass Regen. Oh, Bloodlust. I must have cast Bloodlust here. Army of Lead. So let's just look at the stuff that we have. So, Mass hasn't gone off yet. I think he casts Hell. We cast Wailing Winds. I've just cast Blood Rain. Relief. Oh, we cast Arrowfend. Oh, these guys don't... hang on. Let's look at... I don't know, these guys. So we got Mass Regen. Relief. We did get armies. Yeah, we got armies of gold up. Thunderfen, we had to get shock resist. I mean, we have to do army of gold, but we're getting shock resist up because he's using a lot of air magic. Blood Rain goes off. So now we've got both Blood Rain and Wailing Winds active. So his morale is going to be tested. Let's put it that way. Alright, so there's a big brawl happening at the front. He's got a bunch of devils, which are better than corpse constructs, but, you know, he also has to fight through, like, this ridiculous high HP regen, 20 protection stuff. So, like, the chaff here on my side is just pretty... well, it's very, very, very tanky. And every round that goes by, he's making a ton of morale checks. Now, he's put Howl up, but I'm not actually seeing... I mean, there are a couple of wolves that are coming out here from the sides. I'm not seeing a ton swarming from the back. By the way, just like Blood Rain and Wailing Winds, right? So his guys are just... I want to GTFO. And so, if we accelerate things a little bit... Oh, this guy made it through. So he's just crushing, trampling his way. He's got a ton of regen, because he's got a huge pile of hit points, and he's got 20% regen. So he's just like, bring it. Alright, these liches in the back, being very brave. Now, to be completely honest, in reality, this fight probably happened nothing like this because the RNG changes from the different versions. But this could have happened. Let's see what actually happened. Well, that's not terribly far off, I guess. No, in this version, I wish I remembered exactly how it happened. So obviously in this version, we lose all the corpse constructs. But none of our mages die. We do kill everything. I guess I don't remember exactly how this battle happened. And I don't remember what kills all the corpse constructs. But corpse constructs are free, so we don't care. This is an ecologically friendly army. It is completely reusable, right? None of these mages are ever going to die unless we screw up. And this stuff is just summon chaff, and it's pretty much free, so we can just get more and more of it. And so this is the beginning of the final sort of doom stack that I'm putting together to finally go and crush him. An army that is like 30 kind of tarts and these nasty things, and then all the chaff is like hundreds of corpse constructs, and there's a little bit of a communion maybe following along, but he's, the fact that most of the effectiveness of the army can't be killed by flames from the sky and murdering winter means that he doesn't even bother to cast it. What I had done, of course, is I had also magic phased here to try to cut off any kind of retreat, which wasn't relevant in the end, but I did it anyways to be thorough. And that's it. We have finally taken this throne. By the way, in other parts of my empire here, I'm like reinforcing a little bit. So, we're still recruiting some mages, sometimes some units, depending on the ebb and flow of our gold. Obviously, we're recruiting sacreds and cat mages every turn. And I'm redistributing this in my empire. So I'm reinforcing this province here where I've just moved a bunch of dudes. So I have a standing army with a number of mages ready to defend in case somebody tries something funny. Same thing here. I haven't yet begun to do that, but that is something that does occur to me at some point. So there's going to be some redistributing of all this chaff that's going to go and slowly pile up in this fort. Yeah, that's it, guys. We got our first throne. Only 4 more to go. We're halfway there. No, but that was a big win because we killed a lot of his high, fairy queens, liches, troll kings, the Vanabogs. This is like over time we have destroyed a lot of his his high functioning army. Now, he still has tons of army left. And there's a Father Illyrth, there's an Archdevil. Each time we kill an Archdevil or a Heliophagus, we're casting the spell ourselves to steal it from him so he can't get any more super combatants. And we are continuing Tartarian production on our end. Now, some of these that we get are feeble-minded, although this one is limp, weak, and lost an arm, so we would actually, and this one here too. Any ones like this that we get, we're going to Gift of Reason, because they can cast spells for us. Yeah, that is it, and that's going to be it for now. I'm going to end this episode, and I'll catch you guys in a moment. Take care.